Hello, I'm Alison and I'm one of the play workers with the Play Talk Read team, and it's our job to come up with simple, low-cost activity ideas for families to try at home. And that can be arts and crafts, it can be messy play, and we also love our stories and songs and rhymes as well, like you do at BookBug. So today I've been asked to come up with a couple of activities that would go well with the theme of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So there's a few clues in front of me and behind me about some of the things that I might be showing you today, and I hope you'll have fun joining in with me as well. So the first thing I thought we could make are these bears. So I have Daddy Bear, who looks like he's ready to have a big hug. And I have a mummy bear, and I have a baby bear, and also Goldilocks, who was a little bit cheeky by going into the Three Bears' house, but it looks like they're all friends now because they all look like they're ready to have a hug. So for this activity, you will need a piece of paper and some pens and a little bit of glue and some scissors. And I'm going to move these ones out the way. There we are. Now the good thing is with these is they stand up, so they're quite nice as puppets or as props if you want to act along or play along with the story. Okay, so let's begin. You can use coloured paper or plain white paper for this activity. I've got a selection here that I used to make these bears earlier. There we are. So it's really whatever you have at home. I'm going to use a white piece just now, and it only requires a little bit of preparation, and then you can decorate your bear and give it whatever features you would like to give it. Okay, so I've got my rectangle piece of paper and I want this to be halved. So I'm going to fold it in half lengthways, and you can either tear or cut along the fold, whatever is easiest for you. There we are. Now I'm actually going to tear this today because it's quite thin paper, so that's quite easy for me to do that. Okay, so this is the part I'm going to use first, and I will use this part as well and cut some arms and legs from this piece of paper. So I'm going to fold the top to the bottom edge like this, and crease along the top. And then I'm going to make a fold at the bottom, probably about 2 centimetres, roughly, very roughly, because this will form the base when we come to that bit, so that your bear will stand up. I'm going to crease that one, and I'm just going to leave that like that just now. Okay, and so the first thing I can do at this point is put my decorations on my bear. So I would like my bear to have some features, and for this I have my pens. You can use pencils, crayons, stickers, whatever you fancy at home. Okay, so I'm going to give my bear a nose. Hope you can see this okay. It's not too far away from the camera. And a little bear smile and some little bear eyes. There we go. Now, I'm also going to do a little bit of an oval for the bear's face, which I quite like, or you could cut that out separately and stick that on. I think I've done that with these ones here. Okay, and I'm going to do a sort of nice round bear tummy here. Again, you could stick something on for that as well. So that's my bear, and I could take my time and put lots of fur onto the white paper as well to make it a bit more colourful. So if you imagine that I've already done that, I want to turn my bear into the standing up bear. So if you see the bit that I folded at the bottom, all I want to do here is fold this bit back over so that that little bit will stick together and the bear will stand up like this, although he's not looking much like a bear yet. So I need a bit of glue. I'm going to put that along the bottom edge here, stick that together, and we now have standing up bear. There we go. So he needs those lovely hugging arms and some legs to stand on as well. So taking out other piece of paper, I'm going to cut 2 strips that are going to be the arms. So roughly, I don't know, just whatever width you think, a centimetre or 2 wide, and another one. And the third one is going to make the 2 legs. There we are. So that's all we need here. So again, you can colour those in to match the rest of your bear. I'm just going to curve the edges just so that they're a little bit more like bear paws. There we are. And I can put 3 little claws just to make them look a little bit more like the bear paws. Let me show you those. Okay, now the trick with these, you can use one of your pens or a pencil to do this, is to give them a little curl. You can do this simply by just pulling your pencil or your pen along the paper, and that will create your bear hug shape. Same again with this one. And another bear hug shape. There we are. Okay, and we'll just glue those on. Glue over here and make my little bear hug, one little bear hug here. There we are. And another one here. There we go. I think he's looking more like a polar bear because I haven't coloured him in, but that's okay. I feel like polar bears too. Okay, so we have our arms. You can make those more curled in if you wanted them to be more curved round and huggy. So my little feet, fold it in half and then just curve along the bottom again. Same idea. And my little claws, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you can colour those in as well if you would like to. Pop them on the bottom. And hopefully, if I'm not going too quickly, and you've managed to find some paper, some pens, some glue and some scissors, you might even be managing to do this along with me at the same time. And if not, hopefully it's something you will have a go at later. So he just needs his little ears now. I have my bit of paper back again, and I'll just cut out two little ear shapes. I do have safety scissors here as well, which are for the little ones. I'm just using the big scissors because it's a bit easier for me to use those just now. There we are. Okay, so 2 tiny ears, make those whatever size you would like, and I'll just stick those on as well now. 1, 2. There we are. So that's our little bear coming to meet the other bears, and hopefully you can have a go at making that at home. Okay, so for Goldilocks, it's the same idea, and I think it's just quite nice just to give her a little bit of shape. So the only difference is I've cut the paper slightly differently. So I'll just show you what I did for that one as well. There we are. So Goldilocks, I used the same piece of paper, the same size. But when I folded it over, I decided it would be quite nice just to taper it in a little bit. So I did it very roughly. I wanted to have quite a nice wide base still for helping with the standing up bit. And then just took the edges in just to give her a little bit of kind of shape to distinguish her from the bears. So that was the kind of shape that I started with. Same idea at the bottom, so that I could let her stand up as well. Okay, so I would do the same thing again and glue this over. And you would get the idea here that she would also be able to stand up. Okay, so that would be Goldilocks. Same thing for the arms and for the feet. And this time I just did a separate face. So if you imagine, I've got my little Goldilocks face. This is something you and your child can do together. a little smile and some nice Goldilocks golden hair perhaps. And then all I would do with this, attach this to my body. There we are. That could be a wee Goldilocks face there. So if I just cut that one out and stick it on to here, I would end up with my little Goldilocks, like this little girl here. Here she is. Now, the only thing I should have told you is for the little bear, I used obviously a much smaller piece of paper. So the way I found for that I thought was easiest was to fold the paper this time, instead of it being lengthways, like this, I folded it widthways over this way, and then I folded it again, because the size of paper that I actually started with for Baby Bear was just this size here. Okay, so I'll show you that sort of size was the bear shape to fold over for Baby Bear, and that gave me the same size as I have here. Okay, and the same thing for the arms and the legs. Just use the next piece along that I creased already, and that gave me the right size for just cut slightly narrower arms, because Baby Bear is the smallest of all the bears, and that was the one for the legs and the feet. So that's all the pieces again for Baby Bear. Okay.